Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well today. And we've got our first baseball box on the channel. We've been doing several boxes of basketball, specifically a lot of Skybox, doing some old school. Got into some of the newer stuff briefly. And now today we're gonna look at some baseball. And I've got a pretty, I think, interesting box today. 1993 Leaf Series 1. This is a jumbo box, so we got 24 packs. There's a lot of things I like about jumbo boxes. For one, just the fact that this box is practically a cube is kind of interesting. It's not your standard size, rectangle. So it's just a little different. I never really had many of these. Well, I didn't have any of these boxes when I was a kid, and certainly getting jumbo packs seemed rare. It seemed like they were, $2, $3 a pack, and back then that was a lot of money. Usually to spend more than $1 on a pack of cards just didn't really happen that much. I liked the 93 Leaf for several reasons. Leaf came out in 1990, and while those were better quality cards and did value a lot more than some of the other cards of that year, I just thought the design for 90, 91, and 92 Leaf was pretty dull and pretty boring. But then this 93 Leaf came out, and I remember just loving this design. The backs of the cards, and you can see we've got one here. The backs of the cards I think I enjoyed more than the fronts. I just love the city skylines shots. And here we got a Don Mattingly, New York, with the Statue of Liberty. So I really like the back of the cards actually even more. But the other thing that Leaf did differently was that it had this glossy finish to both sides of the cards, and the previous years did not have that. It also started to up the amount of inserts. There really wasn't any inserts, to be honest. I think there was some gold type inserts, but that was about it. And here we can see, there's these Heading for the Hall. I thought that said Rising Stars. And it was these Frank Thomas inserts that I really loved. So in 1993, I was probably a big Frank Thomas fan, more than any other baseball player during that time. And he was huge at that time. So to have these, Frank Thomas inserts, that was a huge chase. And whenever I found those in some of the packs, I was just ecstatic. So in this jumbo box, we're looking for some randomly packed inserts of course, the Frank Thomas, the Heading for the Hall, which was this other one right here, and then this is kind of cool, gold Leaf stars in every pack. So I'm really excited about getting something pretty nice in every pack, and it looks like that's these gold Leaf stars. And if I remember correctly, there's two players, one on each side. So again, this is Series 1. I'm kind of disappointed that there's no Ken Griffey Jr. in Series 1, but I believe there is a Frank Thomas, a Nolan Ryan, and can't remember what else right off the top of my head, but I'm ready to dig on in. So let's do this. Let's go for it. We're gonna have some fun. All right, so it took me a few minutes, but I finally got that box open. So like I said, there's 24 packs. These aren't your typical jumbo packs, meaning there's 20 cards in a pack. So when I say typical, I'm used to jumbo packs having, somewhere closer to 30 cards. But I like it. We get one gold Leaf star card in every pack. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and let's get things started with our first pack. Be interesting to see how well these packs open. So far, I'm not having much luck with this first pack. There we go. That's an interesting Way to get that pack open, but we did it. All right. The other thing is I mentioned the glossy surface. So I'm curious to see if these cards are going to be stuck together. I imagine they are going to be stuck together. So that's unfortunately going to eat up some time. But I'll try to get through these as quickly as possible without damaging these cards. So we got an Eddie Murray. Gonna start a stack over there of maybe right there of some of our better ones. We got a Matt Williams, and like I said, the backs of these cards are really cool. I really love these backs. So again, for a time, I'm not gonna go through all of them. Obviously, I'll probably just make note of some of the better stars, even though some of them probably would have better photos on the back than others. We got our first Gold Leaf star. This is Dennis Eckersley and Rob Dibble. So we'll put that stack over here. The other thing about 93 Leaf that keeps it... Oh, we got a Frank Thomas. We'll get to that in just a second. Not bad for the first pack. The other thing... Oh, and a Nolan Ryan. This is a sweet first pack. Yeah, I'll try not to do damage taking these apart. Yeah, that's an awesome shot with downtown Dallas skyline at night. Sweet card. I'm going to put that Ryan up here. And before I get to what I was about to say, let's have a look at this Frank Thomas. So this is one of those Frank Thomas inserts. This is a bummer of all the cards to get stuck. Hopefully no damage. Yeah, it looks like maybe some right there got pulled off. That's a shame. Nice card though, and I like the color on the reflective Frank there, for lack of a better term. Still got a little bit of that skyline back, so they were pretty consistent in doing a city skyline. Not quite as nice as some of those on the base cards, but it'd be interesting to see how many of these we get in this box. I don't think they book a whole lot, a couple bucks each maybe. Back in the day, probably even more valuable. And I know there's some kind of autograph in there, but it's probably impossible to get. Man, this is going to be slow going if these cards are this stuck together. Greg Vaughn. We got one more here. All right, so that's our first pack. So not too bad. Really nice with the Nolan Ryan and the Frank Thomas insert. So what I was going to say earlier is that these 93 Leafs are really lacking in rookies. There's no Derek Jeter like the Tops and Upper Deck and SP. That's one of the reasons why the 93 Leaf today isn't as popular as it once was. Some of the rookies in the set just, man, these are really bricked bad. Some of the rookies in this set just weren't the Hall of Famers. So, yeah, it was really lacking. And I'm not sure there's any rookies in Series 1. I want to say Series 2, and I think there's an update that has all the rookies. Got a Chuck Knobloch. Just checking to see if any other cards are stuck. Man, it's going to take some work. I have not tried the freezer trick. I've heard that if you put the cards in a freezer, the box or the packs overnight, that could help. So here's our Gold Leaf stars for pack 2. Joe Carter and a David Justice. Pretty nice. So like I said, we get one of those in every pack. But yeah, it looks like I could at least tried that with this box. Because these cards are really stuck together. So I apologize. This may take some time. But hopefully this gives you a good idea of what you're getting into. Like I said, I love these 93 Leafs when I was a kid. Of course, back then they weren't bricking because they didn't have time to sit around. I may not have liked it as much back then if I had to deal with this. But this gives you an idea of what you'll be dealing with if you ever decide to buy a box or even a couple of packs. Got Mike Greenwell. All right, there goes our second pack. So nothing huge in that pack. On to pack number 3. This is Mark Grace. Keep him. Al Martin. Otis Nixon. Just a... Well, that's an interesting back. I'm trying to... Somewhere... Oh, I'm familiar with that. I forget what that is off the top of my head. But that's somewhere near Atlanta. That landmark. But just to give you an idea of some of the backs of these cards. So there's LA Skyline. So here we got Zane Smith on the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we got Pittsburgh down back there. So here's our American League stars, Cecil Fielder and Jeff Bagwell. Quite the duo. They were both a lot of fun to watch in the 90s. So we got another Mark Grace in the same pack. How about that? It's also annoying when the cards are like every here's a Jack Morris going every direction. At least if they're in the same direction, I feel like I could break these apart a little bit quicker. Arr! That's a funny shot. I want to know why he's reacting that way. It would be good to know. It would be fun to know. There we go. Hall of Famer Robin Yount. Last card of the pack, Jim Austin. Oh, that's a cool photo back there. I'm not sure what that is. All right, on to pack 4. Like we said, there's 24 packs in this box. Got Julio Franco. Loved his stance. Julio Franco and Darryl Strawberry. Just fun to watch when they were at bat. Travis Fryman. Here we go. Ivan Rodriguez. One of the most exciting catchers. I think he made the All-Star team pretty much every year. Speaking of exciting, here's an exciting pitcher, John Smoltz. Another great pitcher, Brett Saberhagen. Oops. So there's another really nice looking back. I wish the backs of the cards were the fronts. I think they're just more exciting. Maybe too busy, though, you know? Some people don't like it if it's too busy of a shot. This is the Ivan Rodriguez pack. We got another one. So for our American League stars, Ivan Rodriguez. And on the other side, we've got Darren Daulton. Ruben Sierra. He was with the Athletics. Kenny Lofton, another exciting player. Got his teeth in both photos. Big smile. Big smile, Kenny. Alex Fernandez. Ron Karkovice. Let's see if I can get through this a little bit faster. Slow going on this box. Bobby Thigpen. The kid in me always found it amusing. Bobby Thigpen warming up in the bullpen. Steve Avery. I remember he was pretty cool. The Braves did have the pitchers, didn't they? There's that same landmark again. All right. The Ivan Rodriguez pack. I'll take it. Awesome catcher. All right, on to our next pack. Seems a little, there we go. Let's say it's a little tough to open, and it just ripped right open. That is literally going like every direction. Not any two are the same. These two are the same. Only because here's our insert. We got Carlos Baerga and Ryan Sandberg. But yeah, there are going. There we go. Two of the same direction. What do you know? Looks like we got an insert coming up. That's exciting. Frank Viola. Looks like we got a Robin Yount. This must be the hitting for the Hall. And we can guarantee he made it. Beautiful card. Robin Yount. Cool back there. Yeah, I like the back of that. Nice, so another insert card. We'll stick that up. Got another Kenny Lofton. We just got this Frank Viola. They're almost coming one after another, the duplicates. Not even waiting for another pack. Another John Smoltz. And we end it with Darren Daulton. This next pack opened up pretty easily, so that's good. Curt Schilling. Definitely not a bad pitcher. Of course, I'm trying to remember if he was involved with the roids. I can't remember everyone. There was quite a few. Kenny Rogers. Looked like he's just wailing on that. Got the funny face in both pictures. Got Devon White. And here we got Robin Ventura and Terry Pendleton. All right, George Brett. Nice action shot right there. Got Jeff Montgomery. Jack Morris. again. I think we saw him earlier. Eddie Zosky, don't know who that is. There we go, Eddie Murray. It's exciting. Another George Brett, I'll take it. We're getting some pretty nice Hall of Famers in these packs. That first pack still easily our best, hitting the Frank Thomas insert and a Nolan Ryan. Would love to get that Frank Thomas base card as well. I certainly won't shy away from a few more inserts. I feel like, oh, here we go, Fred McGriff, nice. I feel like I'm finally getting in the flow and the rhythm of flipping the card and peeling the card, flipping and peeling. Chuck Knobloch on our insert and Delino DeShields. And speaking of, here we go, Frank Thomas. Got the base card. Got someone stuck on the back. So there it is, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Nice looking back on that card. Yeah, to me that front is just, you know, nice shot, but flip it around and yeah, love it. Good looking card. Put Frank next to Frank. All right. Got a John Franco. Lou Whitaker, up in the air. Got another Nolan Ryan. I should actually sleeve these Nolan Ryans. I definitely won't shy away from two. Probably my favorite pitcher of all time. I don't think you can argue with that. Definitely one of the best pitchers of all time. I didn't see it when it happened, but still that moment when Bo Jackson got him and he was all bloody. And he just stayed out there. We're talking about, you know, this guy Nolan Ryan. He was what, in his 40s at that point. And yeah, iconic moments in baseball. Never forget. Looks like we got another Mark Grace. I believe that's our third one. Thought we had an insert there. It's just a checklist. I hated getting checklists, and I think when some of the companies, Bernard Gilkey, these Cardinals, there was Bernard Gilkey, Ray Langford, Geronimo Pena. I think they were like prospects that, you know, people were really putting their money on, and I don't think a single one of them panned out. Oh, we got another Frank Thomas coming up. But yeah, I was really into collecting them and their rookie cards, and then, which I think it was 1991 on all three of them, and then nothing happened from what I remember. Nice. We got Don Mattingly on the insert and Fred McGriff. That's a nice pair. And we got our second Frank Thomas. I'll take it. Take them all day long. Said I was, as a kid, if I had pulled that would be fantastic. Although if I was a kid and I spent the amount of money I did on this box, I probably wouldn't be able to have any room for happiness because I'd be dead broke. But yeah, pulling those Frank Thomases back in '93 was sweet. And I don't mind getting them again today, but Ken Griffey Jr. is the guy I really like. But yeah, I gotta wait for Series 2 if I want any juniors. Here's another Matt Williams. I think we got him earlier. Getting a lot of Steve Averys in the last couple of packs. There's another Steve Avery. It's like 3 or 4 now. And John Franco. So we're starting to hit that duplication, and we got, speaking of, we got this earlier, the Dennis Eckersley and Rob Dibble. Is that Kenny Rogers? Another Curt Schilling. So yeah, we're hitting some duplication again. Definitely hitting duplication. Getting them in the same packs. Sandy Alomar Jr. It's pretty good. There's the Eck. Dennis Eckersley once again. We'll put him down. He was a pretty good pitcher. Okay. We're not quite to the halfway point, but we're getting there. We're getting pretty close. Hoping to get a few more Frank Thomas inserts. And that heading for the Hall, maybe get a George Brett would be nice. Here's a Kenny Lofton. Got one of him earlier. Another Ruben Sierra. Kind of almost doing a little side eye right there. All right, Albert Bell. Yeah, he was one of the powerhouses in the 90s. Darren Dalton once again. Oh, I'm getting sick of this card already. This is our third one. Dennis Eckersley and Rob Dibble. So the All-Stars insert, I think there's a Griffey, which I wouldn't mind having, of course, but I don't know if that's going to be in Series 2 as well, or if he ended up in Series 1. Not getting any hits in the rest of this pack. Just spinning the cards around and around. Yep, so that was a pretty dull pack. That was a tough one. I got it. All right. Actually, I got a couple cards that are coming apart pretty easily. Another George Brett. That's fine by me. There's another Nolan Ryan. It's another Ivan Rodriguez and Darren Dalton. Juan Gonzalez. He was very big in the 90s. Kind of up and down with his popularity on his cards, but there were some times when I was all about Juan Gonzalez. All right, so this is our third Nolan Ryan. But that's all right. I'll take that because that's one of the best cards I think Series 1 has to offer. Got a David Justice. Hojo. Oh, nice. And a Tony Gwynn. It's a strong pack. Strong finish with Tony Gwynn. Oh, nice start. We got Sammy Sosa. Pete Harnish. There's a Robin Yount in there. Either I'm getting better at this or they're not as sticky. All right, here's our insert. Yeah, we got this one. Again, Cecil Fielder and Jeff Bagwell. So there's our Robin Yount. So, you know, on these inserts, so I'm wondering if there's just so many that they put in Series 1. So there may be several more of the same inserts that are only in Series 2. And could be why we're hitting some of that duplication now on all of them. Got a Darryl Strawberry, the LA Dodgers. Darryl Strawberry was one of my favorite players when I was a kid. And I did not mind when he went to LA. I was fine when he was with the Mets. I was fine when he went to LA. I think when he finally made it to New York, I think Yankees, and he also went to San Francisco. I think at that point I had pretty much given up watching baseball. The strike really kind of put a dent in things. That was in 94, I want to say. So Jeff Bagwell, nice. And then, of course, oh, nice. Speaking of some of my favorites, Jose Canseco, yeah. It's definitely one of my favorites growing up. And Tony Gwynn. It's a nice duo. But yeah, I was about to say, and speaking of Canseco and Sammy Sosa, of course, when they, the whole thing about the steroids got out, that kind of really put a damper on things. And then I just kind of quit watching baseball together. Really was into basketball at that point. Skip forward to today, and I have not really gotten back into baseball. Here we go, another Frank Thomas. That's the third one. I have not gotten back into baseball. I still follow basketball, but who knows? I enjoy the sport immensely. I love playing it. I love watching it. I just haven't taken the time to get back into it. So in the meantime, it's kind of nice to relive going through these cards, these packs, recollecting some of these guys that I grew up with, and of course, living out the dream of getting these cards I wish I had when I was a child. All right, on our insert, we got Carlos Baerga and Ryan Sandberg. So we had that one earlier. This is interesting. I don't know if you can tell, but this Darren Jackson does not have the glossy finish. You see the difference? It's you can kind of tell at that angle. I've never seen that before, both sides. There's no glossy finish. It's like just the regular cardboard. I don't know if that's an error or something. I'm going to set that aside and look that up. That is very interesting. For better or worse, sometimes the errors go against you, and they're not worth anything. A lot of times there's errors that are very valuable. I guess it just depends. Got a Marquise Grissom. I messed up. I'm putting all the junk in the wrong pile here. How long was I doing that for? Okay, Jeff Bagwell. That's good. All right. Must be getting late at night. Marquise Grissom. He was pretty big back in the day. And there's Geronimo Pena I was telling you about earlier. So we got Bernard Gilkey, Geronimo Pena. I would have been pretty happy with those cards back then, but I said I don't think they really amounted to much. Maybe Ray Langford for a while, but yeah, I think they just all kind of fizzled out. And it didn't end up being the high hopes everyone had thought. That kind of happened with a lot of guys. Todd Van Poppel, Ben McDonald, Kevin Moss, JT Snow, Tim Salmon, the list goes on and on. There's a Doc Gooden, that's a keeper. I think this is the 4th Eckersley. Rob Dibble. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Yeah, it's getting late at night if I'm doing that. All right, I hope you're still, no pun intended, sticking around with me. Just a little more than halfway through this box. We got another George Brett. I think that's the 4th one. Sandy Alomar Jr. Rafael Palmeiro. My very first baseball card was a 1987 Topps Rafael Palmeiro. Someone gave it to me. I was at a show, coin show, but there was this guy selling cards, and I was interested in baseball. I was 7 years old, maybe, but yeah, he gave me a 87 Topps Rafael Palmeiro. And that started everything. That was my very first baseball card. Alex Fernandez, I think he was really popular. That name just really sticks out. I just don't remember much about him. But that name is sticking out. Here's another Carlos Baerga and Ryan Sandberg. I think that's the 3rd one. Hitting that duplication. Surprised we haven't got another Frank Thomas insert at this point. You know, we hit one right off the bat. So that's kind of getting your hopes up. Got 2 Dave Hendersons in the same pack. All right, not a whole lot there. I think we're about 2/3 of the way through this box. Whoops. These are really stuck. So some of these packs, they were in better condition. So I wasn't really getting in a rhythm. Okay, here we go. This one's different. Joe Carter, David Justice. Or maybe I had that one earlier. I think I remember David Justice. I don't know. He got another Frank Thomas. That's 4. That's 4 big hurts. That's fine with me. If I'm going to get a lot of the same card, I'll take that one. Would like to get some more of those inserts. I'm surprised, again, well, I got one. Gosh, it feels good when they're not stuck together. George Bell. 2 Frank Thomases in the same pack. We're up to 5. Dang. Did not expect that. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 5 of those. But I guess when you're going through a jumbo box, it makes sense. I think we're down to 5 more packs. I said there was 24 total. I saw another Kevin Moss. It's like 10 of him now in the past minute. Kenny Lofton, again. Ruben Sierra, again. Albert Bell, again. For our insert, Chuck Knobloch, Delano DeShields. So I'm wondering if I've got all that they're going to give us, because we just keep hitting duplicates of those. Which would answer my question that there are, I know there are others, but they're only going to be in the Series 2 packs. Such as the Ken Griffey Jr. Got a lot of duplication now. Just the same old cards. So, like I said, would still like to get another Frank Thomas insert. How about a heading for the Hall? We've only gotten the Robin Yount. Would love George Brett. I don't know if there's a Nolan Ryan, but I would love the Nolan Ryan more than anything else. I would take that over the Frank Thomas inserts. Unless it's autographed, I will take that. I almost thought we had another Frank Thomas. We got another Jose Canseco with, who was on the other side? Fred McGriff? Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn, okay. Oh, our first Mike Piazza. Nice. Probably even better, more popular than Ivan Rodriguez during this time. Vince Coleman. Andy Ban. Luis Gonzalez. All right, we're down to, I think it's, okay, 5 packs. 5 packs left. We got a heading for the Hall insert, and it is Tony Gwynn. We'll take that. Very nice. I probably should have sleeved up that Robin Yount. But this Tony Gwynn, very nice. I'm guessing that all the players that were heading for the Hall did in fact make it. All right, we got the same Chuck Knobloch and Delano DeShields again. So here's John Olerud. My guess is that, yeah, we've got all we're going to get when it comes to those American League stars. Nothing much left in this pack. Yep. Not much. But that was nice, getting that Tony Gwynn. Still surprised I haven't got another Frank Thomas out of a jumbo box, just one. I'd expected more than that. I didn't think they were that rare. Get another Ivan Rodriguez, that's nice. That Mike Piazza, pretty sure that's a second-year card. Okay, this is cool. We actually hit the Ken Griffey Jr. and Andy Van Slyke. Nice. So I'm happy to get a Griffey. I wasn't really expecting that. I wasn't sure. I'll just stick that in the pile with the others. Oh, did you see what I saw? We're gonna hold off for a second on that. Oh, I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy. It's another Darryl Strawberry. It's another heading for the Hall, but this has got to be the best one. The Nolan Ryan. That could be the best card we get today. I'm not sure if they're worth a lot. This one has a little ding in the corner. That's a real bummer. But I like it. I'm happy with that card. I'm actually going to put that in a top loader. And keep that one right there, so I can stare at my achievement the rest of this box break. I think we went through all those. So my expectations are actually pretty much met. I expected to get a Frank Thomas or two. We got 5. I was expecting more of the Frank Thomas inserts, but maybe we'll get them. I was hoping for a Griffey. I'm going to have to put him down so I don't knock him down. I was hoping for that Griffey, which we got. And got a couple Nolan Ryan bases. And then heading for the Hall, I wasn't expecting 3 of them. And after that, I mean, that's it. There's not really a whole lot left in this Series 1. There's an Eddie Murray, Matt Williams, so we've seen this before. And we did already get one of these, Robin Ventura and Terry Pendleton. Got the Hojo again. Looks like another Fred McGriff. All right, I believe we are down to just 2 more packs. Yes, 2 more packs. So let's go ahead and take the box out of here. Maybe we'll put up a few more stands. Let's get that Nolan Ryan on there. I'll go ahead and put that Ken Griffey Jr. up there. So here's our stack of 1 per pack American League Stars inserts. Here's my stack of somewhat decent base cards. And then this oddball, Darren Jackson, with the lack of UV coating. UV coating, is that? Glossy finish. All right, 2 packs left. Frank Thomas insert. We should have another. I don't think it's one per box. I thought it was like one per like every 5 packs. Looks like duplication here. I should have said it because I was just about to say I wouldn't mind another Ken Griffey Jr. And then boom, we got it. So we got 2 of those. That's nice. Not the greatest photo. I mean, it's cool he's leaping, but I mean, he kind of blends in with the wall, wearing that blue jacket and the blue wall behind him. Got Geronimo. So the duplication again. Jose Offerman. It's another one of those guys that was really big back in the day, and I think it just really cooled off. Finishing up with the Eck. All right, last pack, guys. I'd be surprised there's not a Frank Thomas insert. Didn't think they were that rare, but kind of made up for it with the Nolan Ryan heading for the Hall. Glad that's not a good card. That's some pretty bad damage from the from being stuck. All right, well, gonna find out our last insert. It looks like it's another duplicate of Joe Carter and David Justice. Yeah, so we got him, got them earlier. There's another John Olerud. Whoops. Oh, look at that. Got another Frank. We got it in our very first pack and again in our very last pack. This one is Serious Frank. We got Confident Frank, but now we got Serious Frank. I'll take it. Very, very cool. So I'm happy about that. We got 2 of those. A little ding in the corner there. Yeah, see that? Hope I didn't just do that now. That would have been a bummer. Whoop. And Fallen Frank there for a second as well. All right, cool. So we're going to rip through these last few cards. Probably nothing much here. And that will, yep, that'll do it. Alrighty. Well, thanks for hanging around. That was a little painful watching me flip cards around and unstick the bricks. So it was a pretty solid box. And I went into this thinking, you know, there's not going to be anything really overwhelming. There's just a couple of those inserts. We hit them all though. We got these 1 per pack. American League stars. We got a lot of duplicates, but I was pleased to get not 1 but 2 Ken Griffeys. I was happy about 3 Nolan Ryans, but I did not expect to hit this Nolan Ryan. Again, I'm pretty sure this is the best one of that insert series, and then on top of it, we got a Robin Young and a Tony Gwynn. It's very nice. I did expect to get a couple of these, so I'm glad that we lucked out there at the very end. I had no idea we were going to get 5 Frank Thomases base cards, so that was pretty cool. Got our stack of okay cards. And again, I'm going to look this up, see if that's any big deal. It may not be. But of all the 93 Leaf I've ever had, I've never seen this happen without the coating on it. So you can see the difference. Big difference there. So it may be nothing, but still, it's kind of cool just to find an oddity like that. And then, of course, last and certainly least, but not in quantity, is our ginormous stack. I can't even put it anywhere, of commons. So that's typical. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked 93 Leaf as much as I did, it was kind of a game changer. It's nice to revisit that nostalgia. I do like these cards. I do like the back of these cards. They look beautiful. Going through them these years later, though, it's honestly annoying the way they brick together and just every which direction. That kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it. But I would highly recommend it for some nostalgia. But if you're looking to, invest, probably not a whole lot going on here. I mean, if you hit the Frank Thomas auto, which I'm not even certain if that's in Series 1 or not, yeah, you hit big, but I mean, the odds of hitting the autograph, I think, are just darn near impossible. All right, so again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.